welcome to the Matt Daddy Projects channel. It's a brand new channel that I've just started following a lot of success and popularity of basically my personal Facebook and Instagram pages. So just to put it into context really quick, my old house, me and my wife had a house down in Wolverhampton where I'm from, and we generated a lot of interest from a lot of the projects that we did. And I'll see if I can populate some of those on screen now for you, just to see a few photos of things I've worked on in the past. But I've always done things that are a little bit unusual, and I think people quite like that. So I thought, well, this time, instead of just taking a load of photos and showing you step by step how I did it, it'd be quite cool to video it. And I'm very new to this, so apologies, this isn't going to be up to spec of some of the other videos you've seen, but I'm hoping if it's successful, I can start to make it better. You don't like it? You do like it? Oh.
So that's our little doggy called Rocket. You'll see more of him later. But anyway, here's the start of the project, which is essentially a white wall, brick wall, PVC ceiling, PVC wall, which is a storage area that you'll also see in a bit. It had an old dusty carpet, and it was basically used as a bit of a storage room. It's not very good. The neon is new, and you'll see that later as well. So let's get to it. So very foolishly, the first job, or one of the first jobs I did, was replace all the GU10 spotlights with Govee bulbs. Govee's great, by the way, and I use those as well as Philips Hue in the rest of the house. But I shouldn't have done that as the first job. Neither should I have constructed all the gym equipment without putting the floor down first. I was just really excited to get training in here, but it made it very, very difficult, of course. So once I'd moved everything, I bought some of this all-coat exterior satin paint. And I did have to move all the equipment, but I did then spray 2 coats on all the plastic. The great thing about this paint, it's expensive. It's £85 for 5 litres, but it doesn't need priming or sanding, and you can spray it onto plastic, and it sticks lovely. So I did 2 coats all the way around, and masonry paint on the brick wall, which was Leyland paint from B&M, and basically painted the whole room black, which was really important for me. I wanted a black gym.
In day today, the floor is being delivered. So this horrible old carpet, which has had loads of different things on it by the look of things over the years, has it's gonna be gone. So this is all going to be nice black rubber at a cost of about 600 quid, but it will be worth it to make this all look unified. So excited to get that done today. Here it is, the big delivery.
I got the flooring from Equipped Gym, which is an eBay seller. Brilliant product, but not without its challenges.
I'm not going to lie, this floor is not fun to lay. And nothing wrong with the product. The issue that I've got is that basically the floor is not completely flat. So as soon as you have a little bump, it's basically lifting the corners up. So it's making it quite difficult. I mean, always prepared. Look, I'm using an IKEA shelf as my straight line. It's the only thing I've got that's long enough to fit an entire tile. So always prepared, you know. But it's looking good. I'm just kind of annoyed. There's a couple of little gaps, like down here. Where is it? Down here. And I literally can't do anything about it. It's touching in all the corners except for this one. And I can't make it touch one of the others, and then that one and not the other and stuff. So we're getting there, but still a work in progress, and I ain't doing this ever again. Sometimes we get a little space like this, which means cutting a tile down. So all I literally do is measure the distance from the wall, which in this case is like 48, and then this side, which of course, because this would never be straight, would it? Of course, 40, nearly 49, so it's like 48 3/4. So I'm going to cut that, and then that one will fit. Then I can move this back, then I can put the bench under it, then I can load the weights back on it, and then I can clean it all because it's getting so much muck on it already. As I say, I'm never doing this again.
So from one frustrating project on to the next one, which was the door. I thought it's going to be called the Asylum Gym after the Joker, so why not make an asylum looking door? Found a sticker on Temu. This was about 12 quid, I think. And this video would have been very boring if I'd have shown it you at normal speed. So I sped it up, but it took me about an hour to get this frigging thing to stick. The sticky was fine, but it just wasn't straight. I'd put it on, I'd take it off. We had people come and say, what are you doing? Why are you being an idiot? And then they would leave and I was still there at it and the dog was drinking my beer and I was just very, very annoyed. But when it was finished, it looked like this, which is great. And from the other side, from the inside of the house, that's what it looks like, which I think is really cool. So having finished most of this area, I decided to do this area, as I mentioned, but these tiles are just expensive. They're like £25 each. I'm probably going to need another 6 to finish that area. So I figured what I'll do is I'll use the offcuts from the sides, which I've cut them to 30 centimetre widths all the way around there, just to kind of border it off. And then this space in the middle, I was like, well, what can I use just to go directly on the concrete? And I went to my local B&M and they were selling these carpet tiles. This is like the darkest colour they do. And these were like £1.50 each. So they're like 50 by 50, I think, I guess. That space is like 130. So I'm literally just going to put a 9 square pad, 13.50. And that'll kind of cover the space much cheaper than the price of just one of these. If anything, it'll probably make it look a bit smarter as well. So that's the plan for next. Next job was to box in that god-awful storage area at the back, which is currently full of loads of boxes. So went on Facebook Marketplace, found a bloke giving away doors. Literally, come and get them, you can have them. So I was like, okay, it was only 6 minutes up the road. So I went and got a free door and got it home and sanded it down first of all. I know you don't really need to use a sander with that fancy paint, but I did anyway just to give it as much adhesion as possible. So my fancy Ryobi sander worked a treat here. Sanded it outside and then sprayed it down with the same paint. And once it dried, it looked really nice. So that was the door. And then what I did was basically built myself a stud frame. So I started with the walls and the floor, and then, you know, just kind of built a simple frame and stuck the free door in it. Next to the stud wall is Jokercade, which is a custom Joker themed arcade machine that I built during lockdown with help from my buddy Chris. And, you know, it's nice for that to have a home. Here's just a selection of the Joker figures and toys that I've collected over the years. I've got a lot of those. I've been collecting them for about 35 years. So yeah, Jokercade and some Joker toys just to make it a bit more Joker themed. One of our neighbours had a bike that she said was in the way, so she's decided to keep it in here because we have plenty of room. A very welcome addition as well. And here's some dumbbells. I only bought 2.5s, 5s and 10s. I'll get more when I can afford them. This is a mirror that I was gifted. It was just a silver mirror. I needed one in there, and I just tried to write loads of ha-ha-has all over it, just again to keep with the Joker theme. Some of them are handwritten and painted, some of them are car decals, again off eBay for like 4 or 5 quid a sticker. So nice bit of customization.
So, ladies and gents, that concludes the Joker-themed Arkham Gym. I'm sure I'll revisit this later on at some point. But in the meantime, please do like and subscribe the video and keep an eye out for more videos very soon. Thank you.